I'm Chelsey Kuper, registered dietitian with Digestive Care Center, and this is Simply Made Meals. And today I'm going to help you discover easy, delicious ways to cook dark leafy greens. So many of you maybe have heard some of the health benefits of eating dark leafy greens, but I don't know if you also find yourself passing them up at the store, maybe not sure what they taste like or how to cook them. So today, that's what I hope to help you do, is just learn some easy ways to cook and flavor them so that the next time you go to the store, maybe you'll grab some and try them out. Before we get cooking, I do want to discuss some of the health benefits of these dark leafy greens. Some of them I have up here, like spinach and kale, and this is collard greens. And then there's others like bok choy, Swiss chard, collards, things like that. Some of the health benefits, all of the leafy greens are really good sources of fiber. So fiber helps our digestive system function really well. It also helps us keep a healthy body weight, control our hunger, prevent blood sugars from spiking too high, so fiber is a really good nutrient to have. The collards and kale in particular, so these two, they're really good sources of calcium. So if you're maybe not getting the recommended 3 servings of dairy a day, you can get that through eating a serving of the dark leafy greens. And then some other nutrients that are really high in these are potassium, which can help with our blood pressure, and the antioxidant vitamin C. They are good to be getting in a weekly or even a daily basis. So now we'll get into cooking, and there's 3 different ways that we're going to talk about to include these dark leafy greens. The first way is that you can enjoy them raw as a salad. So spinach leaves, that's what I have right here, are a great option to have as a salad because they're naturally a little bit mild in flavor and they're tender, so really easy to eat raw. And a bowl of spinach leaves would be great topped with some fresh fruit. So right here I have some blueberries. I'm just going to top that on the spinach leaves. And then doing something with a little bit of crunch or saltiness, so I have some chopped walnuts to pour on top. Or you could do a crumbled cheese like feta cheese or blue cheese. It really pairs well if you do like a light vinaigrette dressing. This is a light balsamic vinaigrette that I'll just drizzle a little bit over the top. Then kale is also a good green to use raw as a salad. But kale is a little bit different. It has a slightly bitter taste and it's a little bit tougher. So in order to eat the kale as a salad, you'll see that it has this stalk here, and you want to remove that first. So after you've rinsed off the leaves, you can just remove the stalk. And then since they're larger leaves, then you give them a chop. And then to soften the leaves, kind of like how the spinach is more tender, there's a technique that you can do where it's called massaging the kale. So you drizzle a little bit of olive oil just over the leaves, and then you actually start massaging the kale with your fingers. And you can do this for 1 to 3 minutes, and as you massage the kale, you can feel it soften. And it almost kind of wilts a little bit, but it makes it taste really, really good for a salad. So I have a big bowl right here of the kale that I've massaged for 1 to 3 minutes and chopped up, and so it's ready to go for a salad. Now with the dark leafy greens, you can make an easy homemade vinaigrette. So whether you do a store-bought or you just want to make your own, either way. So I'm going to go ahead and make one, and there's some key components to a vinaigrette that really can bring out the flavors of a dark leafy green. So first, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So I have my salad dressing shaker right here. It makes it really easy to mix up a homemade vinaigrette. Then you want an equal part of some sort of acid. So an acid would be like a vinegar or lime juice or lemon juice. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons, so an equal part of apple cider vinegar. You can do whatever vinegar you'd like. And then with any of the dark leafy greens, I mentioned that some of them have a slight bitterness, and so something sweet helps balance the bitterness. So that's why I'm adding a tablespoon of honey. So that's the basis of the vinaigrette, and then you can, from there, add different herbs and spices and things. So this one actually calls for 2 teaspoons of a Dijon mustard, and then just like a pinch of salt and pepper. Okay, so then just close this up for the vinaigrette. Just give it a shake. Okay, so once that's all mixed up, then you can just lightly drizzle it over the kale salad. This kale salad works great if you can top it with some dried cherries. So we got some dried cherries put on top that add some sweetness. And then for a little bit of a salty flavor is a cheese, a feta cheese or another crumbled cheese. Or like with the spinach salad, I chose nuts that time. So, all right, so we're done with that. And actually, to make it a complete meal, you could add cooked quinoa or like a whole grain on top, and then also a protein such as chickpeas. The second way that you can enjoy these dark leafy greens would be by slightly sauteing them in a pan and like wilting them. So if you've heard of wilted greens, that's another way to enjoy them. And the good thing is that it only takes a few minutes. So right here, I have some collard greens. So again, you would just wash them, chop them up, and throw them into a saute pan. And it only takes about 3 to 7 minutes to get a good wilt and to not lose some of the nutritional value. Once you've done that, then again, it's how to flavor them. So a good combination would be extra virgin olive oil, just a drizzle. And then I mentioned that acid earlier, so a balsamic vinegar, which is more of a sweet, acidic flavor. So that pairs really well. And then different herbs and spices. So with this one, there's minced garlic. And then for a little bit of spiciness, crushed red pepper flakes. And so having those ingredients on hand, you could use with any, again, of the dark leafy greens that you're going to saute. Then the third way to enjoy dark leafy greens would be just adding them into any dish. So if you have a soup that you're making, at the end of cooking the soup, you can throw in some dark leafy greens and they'll wilt and meld with the different flavors of the soup. Or if you ever cook a stir fry or a casserole, you can throw in some dark leafy greens into that as well. Or if you're making a smoothie, another thing you can do is add some spinach leaves or something like that. So I hope that out of these different ways, that you can prepare them pretty easily, and having some of these different ingredients on hand at home, that the next time you go to the store that you'll grab those and give it a try to start incorporating them into your meals for all those health benefits.